Hey there, wizards. How's it going? Just arrived at the Leaky Cauldron? Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on everything here. You can join the channel as a member to access exclusive benefits, like name badges. Sorry, and emojis for you to use in the comments here.
It's just that I had a little coke here.
Today I'm going to talk... I made another ranking that's the top 20 worst scenes from the Harry Potter movies. These are the scenes I look at and I think they're bad, you know, for various reasons, whether it's the quality of the scene itself or its context. Anyway, there are several reasons. It's not just technical reasons, you know? Actually, there are only a few technical reasons. Only a few scenes have technical reasons. Now, you'll notice that at some points, this video might have some similarities with the episode, things that I hate, detest, and despise in Harry Potter. But here, it's about specific scenes, alright? That one was more general, and some points will overlap here. But, well, it's
More about scenes. In 20th place, for me, one of the worst scenes is the Quidditch scene in Philosopher's Stone. Not because of the context, it's really cool. I also cut this one some slack. But why?
because of the time. The Quidditch there, the computer-generated imagery parts, are really bad. Really bad. But like, man, we're talking about the year 2000, right? The year 2000, and we have the Quidditch players there in some shots that look like big dolls. Really ugly. Really ugly.
So this one is in 20th place, and it's only in 20th place because of that. And it's really dated, right?
Very much related to the date. So, okay, in 19th place, you might say, Kako, this scene doesn't belong here, but it makes sense to me. You know that first scene where they look at the Hogwarts staircase and the stairs are moving? And look, there are a ton of stairs. My friend, I think this scene is horrible. Horrible.
Seriously, how many floors does Hogwarts have? 1,000,000.
Because you look and it never ends. It's really bad. I thought so too. I think they went too far, you know? Maybe there's some there. The problem isn't the moving stairs. The problem is how huge, gigantic that is. That didn't work for me, you know? So, for me, this scene takes the 19th place. Taking the 18th place in our ranking of the worst scenes from the Harry Potter movies, it's the Quidditch World Cup match in Goblet of Fire. And this one is only here.
Not because the scene is bad or anything like that. It's just because it's a frustrating scene. It's a completely frustrating scene for me.
At least for me. Yeah, of course, for me, right? This video reflects my perspective, so everything I say is for me. It's a frustrating scene. We have all the excitement of the new, wow, contact with the wizarding world, with things beyond Hogwarts. Then we say, wow, we're going to see a professional Quidditch match. They get to the stands, they go up there. Then, like, the players come out, and when the minister starts the game, the match is about to begin. Piss. Little light, the match is over. You don't see anything from the match. You don't see a second of the match, my friend. Frustrating scene. Man, this scene is frustrating. So, that's why it's in this spot here, in this ranking of worst scenes. In 17th place, another moment where you may wonder, Kako, are you crazy? But you know that scene where Harry and Hermione are on the bridge in Goblet of Fire? And they're talking there, chatting back and forth. Then she asks if Harry has already figured out the clue for the tournament and all. What do you think? Kako, this scene isn't special. Really, it's not. But do you know what bothers me about it? The fact that Hermione suddenly switches sides while talking to Harry. She moves from one side to the other out of nowhere. I mean, who does that while talking to someone? It doesn't make any sense.
I'd like to know, like, whose crazy idea was that?
I'm not sure if that was the actress improvising or a production team idea. Man, that bothers me. It really does. She's talking on one side here, like, no, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She leaves, circles around, and returns from the other side. It's a silly scene, which is why it's on this list. In 16th place is the entire third task of the Triwizard Tournament. That scene from when Harry enters the maze to when he grabs the cup. Why? Because, again, is the scene bad or poorly made? No. But they just run inside the maze. They just run away from plants that hit them. And at one point, there's Crumb under a spell. That's it. That's all there is in this maze.
So this scene for me, and I think for most fans too, was something, wow, an expectation of like the third task. Dumbledore says no. Inside the maze, you won't find aquatic creatures or dragons.
There will be worse things. What? Plants hitting people in the face? For God's sake, that's much worse. Oh no, the root caught me. Oh, come on, man. Ridiculous. In 15th place.
It's not just one scene. I took poetic liberty to include a few moments.
But like Fleur Delacour in the movie, why is Fleur a Triwizard champion?
She's a champion. Why is she a Triwizard champion in the movie? Because, well, there's no reason. There's no reason.
She's always crying, screaming, or running. You never see her confront the dragon. In the second task, she comes out worried because she couldn't get past the grindy lows. That happens in the book, fine. But in the movie, they just emphasize that.
And in the Triwizard tournament, she enters the maze in the third task, already desperate.
Running from one side to the other, she screams. Then, when Cedrico's body comes back there, what does she do? She screams. That's basically Fleur's role in the movie. Why is she the Triwizard champion of the school? We think, so there are only idiots at Beauxbatons, right? Because it can't be. If she's the bravest one, the one who stood out. The movie did that, you know? For me, Fleur's scenes are really bad. They deserve 15th place.
Because I'm in a good mood, otherwise she would be even lower.
In 14th place, Fred and Jorge's fight. Not because of them, since they're wonderful.
That scene with them is really cool, right? But what bothers me is the context of the whole thing.
The context and the extras really bother me in this scene. It bothers me because they're there.
Wow, right? Fighting Fred and George, that's really cool about them. Really, really cool. Really cool. But the extras, you see some of them totally out of sync just saying, fight, 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 right? Like, fight, fight, fight. There's a girl who's clapping over there, man, while everyone is chanting fight. She's in the middle. Like,
I'm completely offbeat, and that gets to me.
I can't help but look at this girl. At this extra in that moment, I just can't help but look at her, you know? That annoys me about extras, man. I know they're extras, fine. But anyway, this thing with the extra made this scene bad for me, you know? But Fred and Jorge save it. Fred and Jorge save it. In 13th place in our ranking, 13th place, is the scene where the trio is being chased in the forest by the kidnappers. Man, they wanted to make an action scene that would create some tension, but what an ugly scene. You wonder, is this Harry Potter or 007, or is it a cop movie with all these gunshots? The spells look like gunshots. That's so ugly, man. Really ugly. These spells looking like gunshots, like... really ugly. Really ugly. I don't like it. For me, the scene is terrible, you know? The scene is terrible. It could be much better. I don't like it, so that's why it's in 13th place. Now, in 12th place,
This scene here makes me really uncomfortable.
what's the scene with Harry and Hermione at the Whomping Willow and Prisoner of Azkaban? First, Ron is taken there. Sirius pulls him into the Whomping Willow. Then, they get jabbed in the stomach by a branch, right? And then, okay. And then they go, you know, they try. And then they, as always, the movie trying to make Hermione into something she's not, you know? They have Hermione climb up the tree branch, moving around.
But the worst part of this scene, the worst part is Harry, just standing there like a fool, right? In the movies, Harry Potter is a fool. Not always, right? But he often acts foolishly, just like in the book where he's sometimes a fool too.
But in the books, Harry has a strong personality. Outspoken, sarcastic,
He has a certain arrogance that they took away from him. So in the movies, he just seems like a fool, you know? In some moments, if there was a balance in his personality, maybe it would be better.
Identify key points and repetition, remove redundant phrases, maintain original perspective, keep proper names and events, ensure grammatical accuracy. Hermione grabs Harry by his shirt collar, and Harry follows like a cartoon character. My God, what a crappy idea. That scene is really bad, seriously.
How could she pull him like that? No one can handle that, man. Okay, it's a magic movie, so realism isn't necessary. But that scene is really bad. I don't like it. This next scene is also pretty bad. Pretty bad. Daniel Radcliffe finished 11th, my friend.
After Harry learns Sirius is his godfather and betrayed his parents, that scene where Harry is on the rock, he's crying. It's a cry without tears, just the sound of crying, so
ugly. And then the climax is, he was their friend. Like, it's really bad, man. It's really bad. He was their friend.
Like dubbed, it's really bad. In English, it's bad, you know? Like the voice actor, with all due respect to Caio Caesar and his work. But Caio Caesar has passed away, correct?
I mean, I'm not saying all of his work was bad. That's not it.
This specific scene is bad. The dubbing wasn't good, and Daniel's acting wasn't good either. It just wasn't good. So, man, that he was a friend, and Daniel's little breath, like his mouth, he goes,
When I find them, I'll be ready. I'm going to kill them. Awful, man. I can't. This scene is terrible.
In 10th place, a scene that was in the Things I Hate and Detest video just has to be here. Harry trips in Chamber of Secrets. My friend. What a ridiculous scene. It's ridiculous, not because of the trip itself, but the way he trips. A trip that doesn't even exist. A trip that doesn't exist. That trip, like, he had to trip. But what does he even trip on?
On nothing. He trips on his own trip.
That's what happens. It's ridiculous. It's really ugly. It's really ugly.
Man, if someone from the crew had thrown something at his foot so he'd fall, you know? Gave him a little nudge, but they don't do that.
Don't make him trip like that, you know? Like, trip with more. It's all right there. Daniel was a kid, around 12 to 14. But seriously, trip properly, my brother. Or else get a stunt double to do the scene. Those guys know how to trip, you know? Like, for God's sake, that's not good. It's not good. It's not cool. In 9th place, another scene that's in that episode, but coming back here, is the kiss between Harry and Ginny, right? In 9th. Just so you see, there it was 3rd on the list of things I detest and hate. Here it's in 9th. So, let's see what's coming up. Let's see what's coming up.
Harry and Gina's kiss. Man, it's really bad. It's not just bad because compared to the book, in the book it's really good.
That's not it. In the movie, it's just bad. Even compared to the rest, it's bad. So, this scene with Harry and Gina's kiss is pathetic. It's pathetic, it's painful, it's ugly, 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 ugly. What an ugly scene, my friend. Wow, gross. Did you get that? Gross.
I'm sure at this point there will be people who want to curse at me or argue. It doesn't matter because an opinion is just an opinion, right?
Have you noticed that, starting from Goblet of Fire, Emma Watson does this breathing? That breathing she does, man, really annoys me. It really annoys me. Here's a collection of breaths in our 8th spot from Emma Watson. This is the type of breathing, like this.
It's always the same breathing, whether it's danger, happiness, or sadness.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a technique she learned, like, she's always like that, like, dude, like, and people will probably say, why are you picking on her? That breathing really bothers me. She says at the end of Goblet of Fire, everything's going to change now, isn't it? There it actually makes sense. Like, come on, in that context, Voldemort came back. Everything's going to change now, isn't it? Breathing like that makes sense, but in Order of the Phoenix, Ambordy, it means the Ministry will intervene at Hogwarts.
At several moments, she has this little breath, man.
In 7th place, here's the scene you were waiting for. Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? He practically strangles Dumbledore. Just watch how wild this is. That's Michael Gambon for you. That's how he is.
He turned Dumbledore into an energetic guy, you know?
This scene itself, its context makes sense. Like, it was an urgent situation. Something really, really, wow, oh my god, they put Harry's name in the goblet. Whoa.
To reach the general audience, it needed to be more energetic.
Yeah, like, I think if it were like it is in the book, like, Dumbledore asked calmly, maybe it wouldn't give off that impression. Just maybe, okay? Just maybe. And so, that's why they chose to do it this way.
Does that change anything? Does that make us think the scene is cool?
Nowadays, I actually think the scene is cool. I'll just say it. I think this scene is cool now, because it's bad. You know? It became a meme because it's bad. Like, Harry, did you put your name?
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Man, Dumbledore, we're going to have to put you in 7th place here.
Incest. This one. I'm sure they're going to roast me for this one.
My friend, Snape, holding Lily's body there in Godric's Hollow, in the memories. What an ugly scene.
No, I mean, the context is the same thing. The context of the scene is, wow, Snape loved Lily. Look at that.
It doesn't work, man. They should have used another actor or made him look younger with computer-generated imagery.
Man, Snape is supposed to be 21 in this scene, my friend. And then you see Alan Rickman there at 60. You know, there's no way, man. There's no way to pull it off, you know? Okay, like, Lily isn't that young either in the scene. She's young, but, like, she's turned away, sitting on his lap, you know? And, like, first of all, that scene doesn't even exist, you know? That scene, that didn't happen, so it bothers me. That scene bothers me, you know?
It really bothers me, especially the scene's context. For me, it's just
It's really messed up, you know? It's really messed up. He's there hugging Harry, crying his eyes out in the crib, you know? He says, "Wow, let me hug Lily here, who's dead." I don't like that scene. That scene bothers me. In context, it bothers me, because Snape looks really old when he was supposed to be really young. Anyway, that's it. That scene is in 6th place. In 5th place, the scene, this one was also in the other video, Ginny tying Harry's shoelace. Why is this scene bad? Because it's just all bad. It's all bad.
filming that scene was a waste of camera, time, costumes, everything. That scene was a waste of time, of everything. It's ridiculous. That scene is horrible. It's horrible.
They could have put anything. They could have put anything, you know? They could have had Ginny giving Harry a little kiss right there or something. That thing like, "Oh, I'm going to tie my shoelace." Come on, for F. What an ugly damn scene. In 4th place, we've reached 4th place. Voldemort slapping Harry, my friend. Also, that scene with Voldemort in that outfit. Looking like Dr. Octopus from the wizarding world and giving Harry a big slap. The least Voldemort thing possible is to slap someone in the face, because hitting with your hand is a muggle thing. He looked down on many things, including his own name, since others shared it.
And it was very common. He's going to slap my friend. What a ridiculous scene, honestly.
Top 3, huh? Top 3, top 3, top 3. Will there be anything different in this top 3? Will there? In 3rd place, Bellatrix Lestrange exploding. My friend. You might like this scene, but I find it ridiculous. For me, David Yates. Actually, let's not mention his name. His ability to make people explode into dust is just ridiculous. Bellatrix shrivels up and explodes.
You know, man, it's so ugly. Wait, it's really ugly. The effect is ugly. It's ugly. It's messed up, you know? It's messed up. 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 It's really bad.
Are you crazy, man? Wow. They could have just cut her head off and it would fall to the other side. That's not in the book, but they could have done it. It was possible to rip the head off.
It would be way cooler than just exploding, drying up and turning into dust.
Ah, man, David Yates. I won't criticize David Yates today. Also, it couldn't be any different. Secondly, Voldemort turning into dust. Hold my hand. Voldemort turning into dust. Because David Yates thought the idea was super cool. David Yates, man. Voldemort turning into dust.
For me, the scene is just bad. In context, visually, it's ugly. It's ugly.
I don't like Voldemort turning into dust. I don't like Voldemort turning into dust. It's an ugly scene.
A waste, you know, of money to make that effect.
So it's in our 2nd place because David Yates, man.
Voldemort was supposed to be lying there on the ground, his body just lying there on the ground. And you make the guy turn into dust, my friend. Come on. You know that, is it coming? I can't help it.
Because 1st place. 1st place doesn't change.
1st place is Harry grabbing Voldemort and jumping off a cliff. Who thought of that idea?
Dude, it doesn't even make sense. Because if they started, there's a meme about this. Come on, Tom, let's finish this the way we started. Then there's Harry in a crib with a rattle, and Voldemort just goes, "What? That would be better than that scene." Man, seriously, that scene of them falling, throwing themselves...
Harry grabs Voldemort by the neck and throws himself off the cliff. Man, seriously, like, for me, it actually makes me angry. It actually makes me angry.
It's a feeling I fight against. I fight against it because, like, every time I watch the movies, I'm always like, well, a movie is a movie, a book is a book. And, like, in most scenes, I'm fine with it. In most of the movies, I'm just fine with it. But then this scene comes... This scene is the one that has the power to throw me off, this scene.
Of Harry grabbing Voldemort by the neck, jumping, and them merging like this.
Oh, David Yates, my friend, you're really crazy, man. You're really crazy. What a bizarre, ridiculous, sloppy scene. I'm not going to insult David Yates. No, that's it for me, guys. This is my top 20 worst scenes, and of course, I'm going to make a top 20 best scenes. And that's going to be hard because there are a lot of really awesome scenes in Harry Potter, in the movies. Top 20. I'm going to make a top 20 best scenes, and then nobody's going to watch it. You know why? Because you like hate. You like it when we say we hate things. That's what you like. You enjoy hate and seeing us curse and speak angrily. You don't like seeing anything good. Oh wow, I like this. No, you don't. But I'll make a video with the scenes I think are coolest and best.
So I can be happy. A video that I'm going to make happily, you know? Because this one I make...
I get irritated. Seeing a top 3 like this makes me irritated. But tell me, do you agree with my top 20?
Do you disagree? Which scenes don't you like? What's your top 20?
Feel free to leave it here in the comments. All right? Thanks. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then.
Mischief managed. David Yates, crazy fool. Wow. How can the guy do something like that? There's no way. You just can't, man. Seriously, dude. I can't stand this guy. Just want it gone. Wow, no way.